Welcome to this edition of the El Segundo City Council Recap. I'm your host, Martha Guzman Hurtado. Let's take a look at some of the items presented to the El Segundo City Council at their May 18, 2021 meeting. During special presentations, the City Council proclaimed May as Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month in honor of our AAPI residents, employees, visitors, and for the contributions they continue to make to our community. The City Council also recognized National Arbor Day on April 30th and urged the community to support efforts to protect trees and plant trees to promote the well-being of future generations. The City Council read a proclamation recognizing May 16th through the 22nd as the 61st Annual National Public Works Week and encouraged the community to pay tribute to the dedicated public works professionals who are responsible for rebuilding, improving, and protecting our nation's transportation, water supply, water treatment, and solid waste systems, public buildings, and other structures essential for our communities. Fire Chief Chris Donovan provided the COVID-19 update. Data shows a significant reduction in cases, deaths, and hospitalizations. As of May 18th, the case rate was 1.2 and the testing positivity rate was 0.6. The downward trajectory is favorable in the reopening of the economy. Vaccine administration continues to play a role in the strong recovery numbers throughout the nation. In Los Angeles County, 8.7 million individuals have received their first dose, and 3.4 million have received their second dose. El Segundo has conducted 12 vaccination clinics. 2,237 vaccines have been administered to date, including first and second doses. 85% of El Segundo's residents 65 years and older have received their vaccine, and 67% of residents 16 and older have received their vaccine as of May 18th. The City of El Segundo is looking to administer the Pfizer vaccine locally and will inform the community when the vaccine becomes available. Chief Donovan also clarified face covering guidance. Los Angeles County will align with the state of California to ease COVID-19 mask requirements for some indoor settings starting June 15th. The mask guidance outlined in the county's health officer order will remain in place until then. As part of the COVID-19 update, Community Services Director Melissa McCullum shared that in-person recreation activities are returning this summer with safety protocols in place. The activities include adult sports leagues, Hilltop Pool will reopen Memorial Day weekend, summer camps, facility reservations and special event permits, the library and summer reading program. All courts will open. Summer concerts in the park begin July 11th, and the 4th of July fireworks display will return. Chief Donovan shared that Los Angeles County approved the city's plan to host the 4th of July celebration at Recreation Park, but limited it to 250 guests and 50 staff at the park to adhere to safety protocols. More information will be made available at elsegundo.org. City Council approved the consent calendar after having a brief discussion about Item 5, an amendment to an agreement with Kosmont and Associates Incorporated for real estate advisory consulting services for the implementation of services in support of various projects, including the downtown revitalization program. During the public hearing section of the meeting, Development Services consultant Dennis Cook and Principal Planner Eduardo Schonborn recommended that City Council approve a change to the Municipal Code, allowing the implementation of actions for a proposed development project located at 650 and 700 North Pacific Coast Highway and 737 Lairport Street. The proposed zone text amendment requires an amendment of the El Segundo Municipal Code definition of floor area to exempt parking that is integrated into a structure from counting towards the net floor area of the building. City Council shared concerns of traffic impacts created by the project, and staff is going to work with the developers to reduce the project's increase in traffic volume and offer a variety of strategies such as access to transit, bike sharing, and alternative work scheduling. City Council approved the ordinance change, and it will be brought back to the City Council for a second reading at the next council meeting. Chief Financial Officer Joe Lilio provided an update on the issuance of pension obligation bonds and recommended that the Council adopt a resolution approving proposed preliminary official statement, continuing disclosure certificate, and bond purchase agreement, and approve pension obligation bonds issue size. This is all part of the City Council's direction to restructure pension debt to allow for cost savings by taking advantage of the historically low interest rates. The City Council voted for the city to issue pension obligation bonds at 95%, and the cost differential between issuing bonds at 100% compared to 95%, approximately $500,000 per year on average, will be invested in the city's pension trust. Issuing the bonds will save the city $82.2 million over the 19-year life of the bond. The anticipated savings have already been factored into the fiscal year 21-22 budget, which will commence on July 1st. Also during staff presentations, Council approved an ordinance amending the municipal code to address the accumulation of abandoned items in parkways and prohibit the placement of garbage cans in front of neighboring properties. The second reading of the ordinance is scheduled for the June 1st, 2021 City Council meeting. Public Works Director Elias Sassoon gave a presentation on the El Segundo Boulevard parallel parking pilot project and provided several recommendations to add up to 85 new parking spaces in Smoky Hollow. The recommendations include authorizing staff to remove pylons and parallel parking stalls along El Segundo Boulevard from Main Street to Sheldon Street, restriping El Segundo Boulevard to its original condition, and developing an alternative pilot parking project, including the conversion of some Smoky Hollow two-way streets to one-way streets, and use the angled parking, and report back to the City Council with an implementation recommendation by October 5th. During the Committees, Commissions, and Boards section of the meeting, Deputy City Manager Barbara VOSS introduced Shad McFadden, Chair of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, to provide the City Council with an update and a list of action items. The Council-appointed committee was established last fall to work with the City to gain a deeper understanding of issues and determine the needed steps to ensure everyone in El Segundo feels welcome. The DEI's efforts will support the 4 study areas recommended by City Council: public safety, citywide organization, community at large, and local economy. City Council approved the DEI's recommended action items, including implementing community surveys, reviewing the El Segundo Police Department and city policies, and communication efforts such as distributing a newsletter and providing resources on a city webpage. The committee will provide an update on the progress of their action items at a future council meeting. Also, during the Committees, Commissions, and Boards section of the meeting, the City Council appointed Sarah Whelan and Christy Sherrill to the Library Board of Trustees. Both terms expire June 30th, 2023. To watch the complete City Council meeting for May 18th, 2021 and learn more about the agenda items covered, visit elsegundo.org or watch the meeting on Channel 3. Thank you for watching this edition of El Segundo City Council Recap.